I'm here with Saints baseball coach Mike Davidson and first baseman sophomore Jaxson Gregg. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, coach. You guys played against Cloud. You guys played well here, I thought. Pretty competitive over there. Then you went on the road, sort of got blown out early in both games, unfortunately. Guys, heading into a 4-game set with Hutchinson. 2 on the road on Thursday, and then you're back home here on Saturday. What's the mentality going in so far, and how do you guys feel right now?
Well, it was unfortunate that we let 2 games get away from there. I think that was the first 2 games where I kind of felt like we kind of just rolled over and we accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
In the past we've fought and found a way to get back into games, and guys have done a great job of scratching back. And Aiden went out the first game and just didn't have very good stuff, and it's just one of those things that happens sometimes as a pitcher. When you go out, you just don't have anything,
Right.
and they were right on him, and then Bogarts did a pretty good job coming out of the pen, trying to limit and give us a chance. We just didn't get anything done offensively, and then game 2, unfortunately, the same thing happens to us on the mound, and not so much that we made a couple of errors, and then we compounded them, with giving up 3-run home run and stuff like that. So fought back into the game, and then like I said, unfortunately, towards late in the game, it kind of felt like we just accepted it. And so we've talked a lot about that this week, and we're about halfway through our 56-game schedule, and the good thing about it is we're 2 series in, so we just keep grinding, keep moving. You got a long way to go.
I was going to say that it's a long season, so eventually, long seasons, you have these bumps in the road. Happens to everybody, I would imagine. And it's just a matter of now you're as coach and players trying to pick that up and sort of throw it back in the back and learn from the experience. Jaxson, so what do you think about this weekend and the 4 games?
It was a tough one, Anytime we lose a series, it's going to be tough. But the mentality of the team is we're hungry. We're right there. We are right there every single game, and I'm confident that we can, start winning and turn the worm right now and get after it. So.
Yeah, that's sort of something that I've sort of seen this year. Over the team has just been right there. I've been talking with coach over like, error here, a pitch there. You could actually easily be, 4 games or 5 games better than you are right now.
Yes, sir.
And it sort of seems that you guys sort of believe in that it's, everything will turn. And actually it did. You had a really good streak at over there. You had a couple of bangs, but that sort of happens, right?
Yeah, we're right there. I mean, that's the thing we're not freaking out as a team. We're still right there. We're still confident. I think we're hungry to actually get after it and start winning, so.
Talk about your season so far this year, and from last year. Being from a freshman up to, how do you think you've progressed so far?
I think just learning a lot more and playing with confidence has been a big thing. Last year it was different. Just the atmosphere of the team was different, and this year it's different in a good way this year. So going out and having fun and playing with confidence and being able to play how I want to play, it's been a lot more fun this year for sure.
You've been pretty good this season. You've been banging over 300 this year as a whole. How do you think that you've improved? How do you think your game has improved this year?
I think I'm being able to recognize what I'm going to get at the plate now, and just being smart about how I'm going to execute, how to swing when I need to swing, and how to stay within myself, and hopefully it just all pulls together and I can continue playing well.
Is it more than just sort of seeing the ball over there? Yeah, people always talk about when you go over there to the place, see the ball, but you always say like, I'm sort of the expectations of what's coming. How do you sort of talk a little bit about that?
I'm blessed to be a 3 or 4 hole, so I'm not going to receive a lot of good pitches. I'm not going to get a lot of things that I can hit. So building confidence on swinging at curveball, swinging at off-speed pitches, and being able to go deep into counts and not freaking out like, I have 2 strikes. It's good to just stay calm and understand, hey, this is what the plan is and this is how I need to attack it. So.
What do you think of Jaxson this year?
Jackson's done a good job. Unfortunately, he had a little bit of a knee injury this fall, and I thought it kind of set him back because he wound up missing, 2 or 3 months there where he couldn't do anything with that PCL stuff. The PCL really limits you on any rotational stuff or forward, back, up, down. I mean, it's almost everything. And so he did a great job of fighting through that because, we could have lost him for the season. And so we were very lucky that it didn't require surgery, and he was able to rehab through that. But there was about 3 months there where he really couldn't swing a bat or do anything. So
that was in the fall.
yeah, that was in the fall, and so I mean he's been playing catch up, and he did a good job over the off season of getting going, and did a great job of getting himself in shape. While he was home over Christmas and staying committed, and so yeah, I mean Jackson's going to continue to hit in the middle of the order for us, and we need him to be that stable guy, and he's done a good job of at first, and he's kind of one of the guys that everybody looks to. He's not a big vocal leader. He will say a few things every now and then, but Jackson's more of about how he goes about his business, about how Jackson does his things on and off the field. I think that speaks more loudly of who he is than he does as a person to stand up and say, "Hey, look at me in the dugout," or "Hey, I'm this guy." He will speak up, but for the most part, it's about how he goes about his business on a daily basis. I mean, he is true to who he is and to the team.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Now that you're a sophomore leader, right? So has that changed over there? Have you grasped that a little bit? And yeah, you might have been injured, but at the same time too, people sort of see you that you've been able to sort of overcome. And so does that sort of point to your, to the leadership abilities as well?
Well, I mean, I just want to play. It ultimately comes down to that. I'm not trying to, show anyone up, or I'm not trying to be a big look at me like I want you to do this and this. I just want to play, and I want people to look up to me because I'm doing the right thing, as Coach said. And it's my last year. It could be my last year to play baseball. So I'm gonna rehab. I'm gonna push through this knee injury, and I'm gonna play as much as I can because you never know when it could be over.
How does that feel the knee anyway? Obviously it's something that you have to work through and rehab through. Has that affected you through the season so far?
I mean, pain-wise, no.
Okay.
I'm a little slower, but I was never really fast to begin with, so it's all good.
Okay, great. So, Coach, what do you expect from Hutchinson, in the next 4 games?
Well, they turned a lot of guys over from last year. Again, as we continue to have these conversations where we turned our third year guys over on time, and a lot of these guys held them back. So I think they'll be quite a bit younger. They usually pitch it well, fastball slider guys, and he'll usually have several arms. That's just kind of Smitty's thing. And offensively, they've been okay. They haven't lightened anything up. The Will Edmondson kid for them has been playing well, who's a third-year guy on that part. But it looks like they're running a little bit more than they normally do. They've got a couple guys with 7-8 stolen bases, but I think they'll be a typical Hutch team. They're going to try to outpitch you. They're going to play defense and try to outpitch you, and which is the name of the game. Again, we go back to the same scenario of throwing strike one and taking care of the baseball. Offense comes and goes, but if you throw strike one and you work down in the zone and you give yourself an opportunity on the mound and defensively, then offensively you don't got to score 7, 8, 9, 10 runs. Sometimes you only got to score 3 or 1. So that's still the objective for us, and we're still working to try to get there. And we're still working to try to get Baffa healthy. He was better this week and was able to take a few live swings. It's not pretty yet, but he's able to actually grip a bat and hold on to it and not let go of it as the sting of the bat hits him. So I think we're getting closer to maybe getting another player back. Francisco Cardenas played a little catch the other day, so maybe we're closer to getting another pitcher back. So there's positives to the deal. You have to look forward, and that's the same thing we keep talking about with our club is no matter what happens in the past, we got to learn from it and we got to look forward because just like Ole Miss and everybody else last year, you could be the last team to get in the tournament and still win the whole thing.
Right.
You just got to stay positive and you've got to have a good outlook, and that's not something that we want to do. We don't want to finish last in the conference and try to get in, but baseball affords you that opportunity. You just need a break.
Right.
Sometimes you just need a break, and when you get that break and you go seize the moment, and then next thing you know, you get a little momentum, and the game's crazy that way. You can win 10 in a row, 12 in a row, 13 in a row. I mean, look what softball's done.
Right.
You know what I mean? It happens, it can happen, but you got to go make it happen.
So, what is your approach coming into these next 4 games?
I'm hungry. Like I said, we need to win. We need to win. We need to start progressing. So I think the team's ready. I think we're all feeling good and we're all feeling hungry. So.
Now you're from Keller, Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anyone you want to shout out to?
My dad, my stepmom, and my little brother.
Everybody out here yet to see the team play?
Oh, they've seen a couple.
Awesome. All right, so Saints play Hutchinson on Thursday at 1-3 at Hutchinson. Then come on out to Brent Gould Field on Saturday at 1-3. You see these guys. These guys play great at home. They're really competitive. They're always, like you said, break here, break there. They could be, they could be pretty unbeatable at over here. But come on out. Root them on. They really do enjoy the fans, and they feed off them. So come on out. Good luck, guys, on this next coming series.
Appreciate it.